Hi again! So I hope you guys have a little bit better idea of what we do here at the Gnaraloo Turtle Conservation Program through the documentary. But I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about what I did during my field season. So the basic field season is 120 days from the 1st of November to the 28th of February. And the entire time we have that period, we do day survey is what we call it. In the States it's sometimes called morning patrol, but they're the same thing. So we go out, we look for sea turtle tracks, and we determine the species, and we determine what kind of activity it is. So once we do that, we sample our first 50 nests that we find. So these are called sampled nests. And with the sampled nests, we put a stake in, and we monitor it for the entire period of time. So it's a really good idea so that you can kind of see the environmental impacts as well as the predation and disturbance by both native and feral predators. So here in the past we've had a problem with foxes. However, they are no longer an issue. We've done a lot of different things to eradicate the problem, which has been really good. And since then, we haven't had any feral fox problems, but we still do monitor just in case the problem comes back. However, we do have a problem with the native ghost crab. So you guys are familiar with those, I'm sure. On all the beaches in St. Pete, we have them. So we have a different species, but it's the same thing. So the crabs will get into the nest, and we like to know how often and how difficult it's been for the crabs to get in, things like that. So every day we're out there recording all the different aspects of environmental and predators. So other than those two things, we also have nighttime surveys. So we go out and we walk the beach for 6 hours. We see the emerging females and we watch them do their thing. Sometimes they decide not to nest and they do what we call a Una. Or they do decide to nest and we watch them nest, they lay their eggs, and then we flipper tag them. So like you saw in the video, flipper tagging is kind of the first step to the satellite tagging, but it's a new thing with the project this year, which has been really awesome. So other new things that we did this year was biopsies. So with biopsies, we take just a little punch of the skin of the turtle just from their back flipper, and through this we're able to send that biopsy to the lab and they get to do stable isotope analysis on it. So if you need to know a little bit more about that, I wrote an awesome field diary, shameless plug in there, and it's on the Gnaraloo Wilderness Foundation website, which is www.gnaraloo.org. So you can go on there and read about it. You can also read about a ton of other things that have happened during our field season. So there's a lot of funny stories about weird animal encounters and cool things that we did when we met the government, the DBCA here, who are sort of in charge of the beaches and all of that. And there's also really cool stuff about what we do with the program, more exciting stories about things we saw on night survey and all of that. So I definitely recommend you, if you have free time, which I'm sure all of you have so much free time in your college lives, go ahead and check that out. They're really awesome. And a little bit more to stay connected. So we do have Facebook pages for both the Gnaraloo Wilderness Foundation and the Gnaraloo Turtle Conservation Program. So they are separate Facebooks, but they don't post the same thing, so I recommend following both of them. And that's also where you'll hear about different internship opportunities for the future or different progressions with the program. So it's really important if you're interested in the program to follow both of those pages. But that's about it for me. So if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to email me. I think my email has kind of been given out, but it's still my Eckerd email, so you can find me on there and ask me specific questions about my past or the Gnaraloo Turtle Conservation Program or any of that. So I hope you guys got a good look at kind of who I am, what I'm doing, and especially as an alumni, I know it's super hard when you're about to graduate or kind of through college. No one really knows what you're doing, so it's definitely important that you kind of set your eye on the prize, and I really wanted to travel when I graduated, so this was an awesome way for me to do the traveling aspect as well as furthering my resume, and also doing cool things that I've never done before. So I definitely recommend looking abroad, trying to find things that really suit you and suit what you want to do in the future while also building your resume. It's a really awesome opportunity. So yeah, go ahead and send me questions if you have them, but if not, it's been awesome, and I'm really glad that you guys were able to come tonight, so thank you, and I'll see you later.